Hello, Sagittarius. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Cosmic Slumber Tarot by Tilly Walden. Website is at the bottom here. Liminal11.com. Feel free to check that out if you'd like to, of course. Supportive Oracle Cards, Energy Oracle Cards by Sandra Ann Taylor. Website I have here is heyhouseradio.com. Here at the bottom, I think if you take out the radio, it'll just take you to the regular, like heyhouse.com. But if you go there, you might find a link or two, I'm assuming. I haven't been there that I can recall. Or if you search up Sandra Ann Taylor and Energy Oracle Cards, you should find what you're looking for. So, happy, happy, joy, joy. I hope that helped you. Okay, what do we have for Sagittarius? Well, I like your cards. What are you dealing with? Ooh, what do you have happening here? We could have a lot of fun with something here. Okay, let's see. Before we get too excited, you're gonna get what you want. You're gonna get what you want, is what I keep getting. I see the Ten of Cups here, like, you have people around the situation. I feel like it's around the situation that are, I'm going to say, rooting for you. Don't give up on whatever this is. Because I see, like, whatever it is feels like it's pretty heavy, but you are succeeding. But it's kind of like it's getting kind of heavy. It's getting kind of annoying. I don't feel appreciated. I feel a little bit exposed. Uncomfortable. I feel uncomfortable, and I'm like, I don't want this to keep going like this. I mean, it's working. I'm making it work, but I'm not really enjoying it as much as I feel like I should, even though it's working out. Don't give up on this. Don't give up on this. Because I feel like I'm constantly having to dicker with people, and I'm like, I don't know when I had to become such a politician to make this work out. It's not fair. I keep feeling that energy too. It's the energy how it's coming through, so I'm going to honor it the way it's coming through. This doesn't feel like this is fair. It's like I have to put in more work, more effort than I really should be having to. I put in my 2 cents. I do what I need to get done. I do my fair share, and now I have to squabble with others about what they're doing, or the fact that they don't like how I'm doing it, or what I'm doing, or when I'm doing it. They don't like how you're doing it. They don't like when you're doing it. That's what I keep getting. Yet it's a good outcome. Yet you're getting it done, and it still works out. The fact that they want control. Somebody wants to control you, and I feel like they're failing at that, which is a good thing. How could this go more, at this point, how could this go more your way, more Sagittarius's way? Hold to your strengths. Yeah, it's the Five of Cups. It's making you feel like this isn't working. It's kind of like, I shouldn't have to fight like this. I keep feeling that energy. Like, I shouldn't have to fight like this. Hold to your strengths. Don't back down. Keep going forward. Just get done what you want to do. Just lead yourself forward. Do it the way you want to do it. Get it done in your own timing. Just, I don't know how this is going to sound. Ignore the problem, people, as best you can. Conveniently not hear them if you can. Do what you got to do with that information. You don't like it, it's not right, but there's more. The Five of Cups is telling me there's more to gain from this than's lost. Yeah, there's a couple cups knocked over, but in this Five of Cups, because it's coming up on the dice, I feel like 3 cups are good, 2 cups are being a pain in my butt. But you're gonna work it out. The thing is, whatever you're dealing with, whoever you're dealing with, they're the ones who are failing. They've got the Ten of Swords and the Envy. The thing is, you're succeeding. That's what they're really upset about. They're just failing. They want misery wants company. Misery wants company. Okay, so you have certain strengths that not everybody has. All signs are like that. There's certain things certain signs do better than others. You know, you keep things going, you get things done, you just keep moving. The other side is failing. I don't know if you even notice. Do you even notice? Because I'm feeling like I'm too busy doing what I gotta do. I'm not worrying about what they're succeeding or failing at. I feel like they're failing. They're failing at something, and they want misery wants company. So it's almost like they can't do it, and they're failing, and they want you to fail too, so that they don't, so people aren't just looking at them like, why couldn't you do this, person? Sagittarius is doing it, why couldn't you do it? It's like they're having this, they're having a moment. I'm cringing to say this. This might be a friend of yours or somebody who's usually a friend. Take that with a grain of salt. Take it wherever you need to take it to. Because I'm cringing at that. I'm like, oh. I mean, I feel like we've all had friends like that at some point or other where, you know, they're great when they're doing great, but then when they're doing bad, they feel like everybody else has to suffer along with them. So if I can't succeed, then you can't succeed. One of those, I feel like we all have friends like that sooner or later. Hopefully not for too long. It's kind of a really crappy attitude to have, but that's what I'm getting. Hopefully you see that for what it's worth. I see, like, whatever this is, somebody is going to have, this person is going to fail, and they're going to have to move on. They have a hard time dealing with it. They don't fit. Sometimes it's not bad when people don't fit. The best example I can see is, like, maybe they're in a teaching profession, but they just don't like kids. And they just keep failing at getting things done. They can't get the results. Maybe they need to take the academics they learned and apply it somewhere else that they don't have to directly deal with kids. The fact that they fail might not be a bad thing. It just means that they're not quite in the right spot. They've got the education, but that education needs to be applied somewhere else. This is not where they need to be. I don't know why we're using that analogy, but there we go. The fact that they're failing is really not bad, but they're meant to fail. And it's them. They're meant to fail, not you. Not you. Their failure is going to lead them to a different success. They're fighting that, though. And because I see, like, the judgment is actually in their favor, but they don't believe it. The fact that to fail yet succeed is a weird way to feel that, but it's kind of like they're not where they're supposed to be. They're supposed to fail, so they find a different way to go, and they succeed somewhere else. I mean, it's called a dark blessing sometimes. People don't usually like it. A lot of times people fight it. But that's kind of like they're failing for a reason. You don't need to fail with them. You're not meant to fail with them. They're really fighting it. Even, like, they're fighting it. They got the Hierophant with the attachment. Hierophant is not a bad card. But it basically is telling me that they're having a hard time really going a different direction. This is what's meant to happen for them. It's supposed to be difficult for them. This difficulty is creating a whole new thing to form around them. It's getting them to go in a different direction. It has to be really difficult, and they're going to have a hard time letting go. Doesn't mean you have to suffer with them. This is their journey, not yours. Keep that in mind. Yeah, they're kind of going to fail. You can't pull them out of this. They need to look at what they have, realize it's not working, and go in a different direction. Eight of Cups. There's a success they're perceiving that's not for them. There's a success here, but it's not for them. They have a different one. Their path is different. They need to go on that different path. They need to climb that mountain a little bit. They're just afraid to. With the root chakra is telling me they're like having this fear, like, I can't do this. I put in all this. I have this degree. I put in all this time to get this degree. I have to apply it here. This is where it has to go. There's other possibilities. They have to search out these other possibilities. How do we even know? Okay. How can this be easier for you? I feel like they're explaining a lot about what the other person's going through, maybe to help you get perspective, so maybe you don't take it as personally? Oh, I don't know. I'm going to take that. You do seem to care about this person with the Chariot, but the 3, no, it's the 2 of Swords. 3 is Swords, 2 is the number 2, 2 of Swords. There's nothing you can do for this person. Help yourself. Do what you need to do for you. This friendship, I don't know. I'm cringing because of the way that this feels like it's playing out. It's one of two things. Maybe it's time to let that friendship go, or maybe it's time that this friendship has a little bit of a break, a timeout. You do your thing for a while, they do their thing for a while, and maybe later when they kind of pull themselves together and they're not in the freak out, like living in primal energy, survival energy, feeling like they have to do what they have to do to survive, that's not an easy energy to live through. Maybe we have to pull back until they get out of that energy. And when they get out of that energy, okay, you can circle back around and do what you need to do. But I would also remember when they hit primal energy, when they hit that survival energy, when they get that desperate energy, like how they, just remember how they treated you this time. And if you see it coming around again, don't sit there and wait for them to treat you the same way again. That's all I'm saying. Do what you got to do. Respect the boundaries you have to respect. But like I'm just saying, make note of it. Because I feel like this doesn't have to go very bad. I feel like when this passes, I feel like they come back around and they might even own up to some of the things they did. Some people do advance forward. They look back and they're like, I was kind of a jerk. I'm sorry I treated you the way I treated you. And some people do better. I'm just like, life is a learning thing. Life is a school. A lot of people fail these lessons before they succeed, and they fail a few times. I feel like we're all in the same boat. I feel like I'm there. We're all there. We fail lessons, and then all of a sudden we're like, we're sick of failing this lesson. What do I need to do to get out of it? And then we move forward. It's just the normal thing of life. So they may address things in the future. Doesn't mean they're going to do better in the future. Just keep that in mind, because I feel like this might come back in a good way. Just keep yourself in the strong thing, because I feel like you're in a place to where forgiveness is not something that you're against. I just feel like what this reading is saying is like, look what's happening. Pull yourself back. Let them go through what they need to go through. And then if you decide to go back towards it later, cool. Let that happen. But remember how this played out. You know, just because you care about this person doesn't mean you should accept toxic energy. Sometimes you just need a timeout. Sometimes you just need to back off. Doesn't mean they have to go away permanently. But it might be like, all right, you do what you have to do. You sort your life out. And when you're done sorting it out, we can be friends again, or we can come together again. We can do what we need to do again. Even if this is like, God forbid, a partner or a child or a parent or a sibling or something like that. You may care about this person very deeply, but we can't accept toxic behavior. Time out. You go over there, you sort your life out. When you get back on path, maybe we could talk about it later, but I'm going to remember. We don't have to tell them we're remembering, but just make sure you remember, and just keep yourself in positive energy, and don't accept behavior just because of somebody's role in your life. They will come around. They're going to struggle. Whoever this is going to struggle. Struggle. It's going to take some time. I feel like you're still going to care about this person, whoever it is, which I'm not saying is a bad thing. Just see it for what it's worth. Give yourself some time. Sort it out. It's going to take some time. Like patience. I don't know if Sagittarius is a fan of patience. I know y'all keep moving. So it's almost like you can kind of be patient if you distract yourself, but I wouldn't say Sagittarius is like, oh yeah, I'll just wait for that. I don't know about that. Sagittarius likes to keep moving. Keep yourself busy so you don't think about it too much. Realize the patience card is saying this is going to take a while. This is going to take a while. So distract yourself with other things. You can still care about this person. Keep yourself at a safe distance. You can check in with them once in a while, but keep yourself in that thought. They're still going through that. So give yourself, you know, I'll check in, but I'll put a distance. Like, oh, it's at the end of the night. I'll send you a text, and then I'll be like, oh, I fell asleep, in case they get a little bit toxic. And then the next day, if you have to, you reply when you need to. Kind of like, oh, I'm on my way to work, but I saw this. Sorry, I fell asleep last night, blah, 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 blah. Give yourself some distance. Give yourself an out so you don't have to constantly deal with this toxicity. It's going to take some time. Hopefully that's helpful. Hopefully that's helpful. It could come around again later. I'm getting like this, does seem like this person will pull out of this at some point. But let's see them for who they're worth. I don't know what that means, but how they're worth. Whatever. I don't know. See it for what it's worth, at least for now. Don't drag yourself down in the mud over this. That's all I'm saying. Let this person do what they got to do. Step back. Let them go through. And then you can check in every now and then. Do what you need to do. Are we good? Alright, I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thank you again for watching, and have a great day.